Welcome everybody. We're going to take you through, and just to throw you guys off, I'm taking them on a different route.
Oh, okay.
Because we did some work last night that we can't go that way.
Oh, okay.
So we'll still cover everything so that you guys see everything. Feel free to ask questions. A lot of you I've actually seen in the past as we've gone through, so feel free. If it has anything to do with water park, he's actually our expert here. He lives here, knows it, breathes it, lives it. Exactly. So we'll go ahead and head on in. First of all, just a couple key facts on the water park. It's a 2-acre expansion that we've actually done. How we actually did that with the space is we just last year bought 2 pieces of property down north of where we're currently standing to expand our parking lot. So we basically shifted our parking over to here. We tore out our Pacific Spin ride, which was a flume ride that you actually went in a raft. And that's where we added our family raft ride that we will see. And then we added the other tube slides over here, which actually is a complex that has 6 slides on it. So we have that. We have an expanded cabana area where we added 20 cabanas into the park, and expanded midway, grass, seating areas, a lot of stuff that's on there. You'll have it on your fact sheet, but if you have questions, I can go more specific as we go.
No, again, as we walk through, we'll just answer any questions you may have. Clearly, we're very excited. As we walk through, you'll see a lot of new throughout the entire park. We painted most of our attractions, got a new coat, new floorings. The expansion of the Longboard's restaurant is very exciting. Guests will be able to get out of the sun while they're in line, get in some air conditioning for a little while, and increase capacities. But again, as we get out there, we'll talk further on that.
So we'll go ahead and go in. First place we're going to go is through the new entrance arch. One of the things that our guests made comments of as they were parking out here is where was the water park? So we actually have put this sign up. It will have a Knott Soak City logo above there as we go through. One of the other things we've done is we rechanged the whole path to make it an actual entrance. Before, you sort of felt like you were in the parking lot and maybe in the right area, maybe not. We've actually separated because there might be a catering truck delivering to our picnic facilities. We actually took that, made a whole separate driveway and blocked off a lot of this. So it's an actual midway going into the park. So you actually start your experience here at the arch going in and around this way if you like. We've added that into it. There will be new seating over in this area with red and white umbrellas, red tables going in here. So we've upgraded our seating. It's not there obviously because we have the equipment still in the park. And then we've re-landscaped every single planter. The ones down the middle that have the bougainvillea, we have not planted them yet, but you can see from the roses and everything, those will be planted. So we've spent a lot of money on landscaping. One of the items that usually is skipped in a water park is something we really wanted to add to. The reason this bridge is blocked off is we've actually redone the walking surface over that, clean up the whole park. So besides our biggest focus being on longboards and the expansion of the 2 additional acres to get us to 15 acres, it was really, we wanted to touch the whole property so it wasn't just the new area and everything was old and the same. We are on the far west side of the Lazy River. It's a 1/3 of a mile long Lazy River. There's 2 entrances on the far side, one from inside of an island and one on the outside walkway. The nice part about the other entrances is right next to the expansion area. One of the questions that was brought up is, what do we do with all this water? It is all drained every year, and we work with the Orange County Sanitation District. We actually, all this water is reclaimed, taken back upstream in the Santa Ana riverbed so it can percolate into the earth. One of the other things we do with it is out at the lagoon across the way, we annually clean that every fall. So what we'll do is actually dechlorinate the water here from the Lazy River. We'll actually put that into the sewer, which also goes up the stream, and then we will transfer this water into the lagoon every year. Yes?
What do you do with the turtles that live in the lagoon?
One of our pools in the back, we actually even transport the turtles and the fish over to that pool during that process, and then when we finish and stabilize that water back to their environment, then we move all the turtles and the fish back over. Or we'll put some into the one over at Mystery Lodge in the lake right there as well. I mentioned earlier we touched the whole park besides the expansion. As you see to my left, your right, is all the new furniture that we're actually assembling right now to put into the cabanas. We've upgraded all of our seating, tables, lounge chairs in every single one of our cabanas, in addition to adding 20 cabanas throughout the property. The large tower behind, you can see it's actually been re-gel coated and painted. It had been very faded. We've tried with the oxidation out here in California in the sun, it fades very quickly. We cleaned them a couple years ago, and by midsummer it was already back to its old look. So those have been redone. as well as the fun house that we're going to go by. To my right, you will also see a Coke building that is new. It was a snack shack before. That'll be a Coke refill to go with our refill that we have in the park. And also to the right is an icy station. So that is a new one. We actually, in the rest of the park as we go through, I'll show you some additional Coke refreshes that we've added. So we actually have added 3 into Soak City this year. To our left is Grimmy Lagoon. That is the area for the smaller children. In that area you have slides, turtles, whale, crabs, everything. They're soft toys that kids can play on, interactive elements. That is a 0 entry pool. What it means is there's no lip. It's sort of like the ocean. You just slowly go walk in and it gets deeper. I believe it's only about a foot in the very middle. To our right is what was formerly Dick's Beach House. Give you a little history and I'll let you guys figure it out. You'll see it's now RK's Beach House. It was named after Dick, which was Richard Kinzel, so it was RK. However, it now is RK's Beach House, and our regional vice president is Rafi Kapralian. So I'll let you guys decide, connect the dots, who is RK. You guys got to figure that one out on your own. Like I said, we've actually rethemed the whole beach house. We added new murals on there. It was pretty plain and simple. We've added the seascape on the bottom, surfboards, towels, and so forth, just to give it an overall enhancement besides painting the slides and the structure itself. Right in this area here, this is now the Longboards and the seating area we've talked about. This is the shade structure that's going up. They still have more sails that they're putting on. We have new tables and chairs going in this area, which we're actually sitting over to the side under these pallets, and they're ready to go. And then into the Longboards itself, which is now, we'll take you in there. It's actually a queue line where you'll be able to go in, have freshly breaded chicken, strips, hamburgers, hot dogs, and so forth in there, and then come out. There is no actual dining area inside the location. It'll be under the shade structure or up on the promenade deck up there. In this area in the middle was Cabanas. We have shifted those over. There were some over in this area. We've grouped them together back to back on this side. We also have some Cabanas to your left in the grass area, and we've opened that up to just general seating so any guests can go onto the grass and sit there. We found it very popular over at Grimmy Lagoon. People like to come and just lay out on the grass. So we've opened up more grass areas, and we've added a large area over in the expansion as well. We'll go around these trucks so you can see the new Cabanas, then we'll go into Longboards. I mentioned earlier that we have 3 Coke refreshes. To your right is the second Coke refresh behind the roll-up doors, and that's also the location in the park where you'll be able to get beer too. So it's a Coke and beer. It won't be advertised as beer, but it will be a Coke refresh. And as we go in through the center arc, you'll be able to go in and see the new interior of the Longboards. What we did is we actually doubled the size of Longboards, expanded it quite a bit. We added a whole new employee area, break area inside for them, as well as a location for them to go inside and get meals as well on this side of the park. So we'll go right inside. We'll let you take any photos you want. I'm asking that you actually stay on the right side of the building only, because we still have guys pulling cabling on the left side. So the way this will work is like a cafeteria. You'll either queue up in here, either side, left or right. Come along, pick up your trays. This will be the hot food line with cold at the very end. We have condiment stands at either end, so for like the hamburgers, you'll put your own tomato, lettuce, mustard, ketchup on. We will just sell you plain hamburger or cheeseburger, and then you will add the condiments as you like. We came in on the right-hand side, and it's only the right-hand side that has it. We actually have an express lane over here on the right. One of the things we want to do in the future is do mobile ordering. So you'll actually do your ordering out there, and then come and just pick your items up on this side. The other part is we have some cold refrigerators that will walk past by the point of sale on your way out. So you can come in here and just grab a snack and go out, or also just get a Coke refill or a soda in here. So that's the reason why this right-hand side has an express lane and the left does not. So it isn't something we've activated yet with the mobile ordering, but that is something we want to do, so we plan to head for that on this right-hand side of the restaurant. So now right behind me, we are at the expansion area of the park. About 5 feet behind me was parking lot back in September that we used all the way through Scary Farm, and then we started our demo on October 31st with tearing out Pacific Spin. Right behind us is the third Coke Refresh station, and when we go in, you're going to see another building looking similar to that. That's about the only item left in the expansion area from the old ride. That was the mechanical building that we reused for the family raft ride, which is the tall ride on the right. The pool was replaced with a new pool. Well, I had to. It actually switched in a different location. So that's the only thing that was left from here. And then you can actually see the rides. To the right-hand side is where our cabanas will be going. These are the 20 additional cabanas. One of the things I didn't mention is we do have cabana service with food and drinks, and all of that will be served out of the back side of Longboards. We've actually opened up the back area for cabana pickup, for drinks, everything there, the food. We used to have to separate it, pick up our pizza over here, and the rest of the food over there. We've actually added ovens, pizza ovens into Longboards as well, so we have complete service out of there. We won't serve pizza out of Longboards, but it will be for the cabana, so everything gets to our guests a lot quicker. At this point of the show, this usually doesn't happen. Penn's done talking. Tell her my sidekick over here is actually going to take over. Because this is his baby. These are all the slides. This is his operation, and I'm going to let him walk you through this, and tell her's actually going to talk.
All right, yeah, let's go ahead and get in. As was previously mentioned, we added 7 new attractions. We have our family raft, which will have a greater capacity than the attraction that it replaced. Which will be a nice experience for our guests, being that they'll be able to experience more attraction. We were pretty heavy loaded on the south side of the park, so this should help level out the guest experience. We'll be placing some seating right here in front of the cabanas. And as you can see, we've spared no expense with the increased landscaping throughout this new area and the entryway to the park. We don't have any activity today up at this tower here. So if you guys would like to go visit a tower and get some great photo shots, we can go ahead and visit a tower. Anybody up for a tower visit? Yeah! All right, let's do that. So this is our shore break tower. We have 2 platforms. The lower platform is the tube slides, and the upper platform will be our body drop slide. And all the feedback I'm getting right now is these 2 are fast in comparison to a lot of the other tube slides. And I rode them last night, and I can concur. They are nice and quick.
When you say quick, like how long would you say? 30 seconds?
I'm talking more from moving fast.
Okay.
The physical ride down time is probably 15 to 20 seconds.
Okay, 15 to 20 seconds.
Body slides. And we'll go up there and I'll keep you up. You ready? Better manage. You guys can get a better photo off the top.
Well, let's say open your security farm and then cut my heart to get it.
You don't need to put a heartbeat in there. You can hear it. You can hear your own heartbeat. rescues. This park has had, since it opened, finally at the end of the year you get a rating, and they've had a platinum every single year, which is pretty impressive. You don't have that. There's only one other park in the US that has a longer running history of getting a platinum, and that's because they've been open longer than we have. That's the only reason, because we've actually had it all the way through. So that message on that board really is accurate. My daughter, she actually was a lifeguard here for 2 years, and she thought it was going to be easy because she was on the swim team at school and played water polo, and she realized how much she actually had to learn and how much harder it really was than what she thought it would be. So they do quite a bit. They actually train usually at Buena Park High School down the street. When this park is not open yet, they all have to swim at least a mile when they're doing their actual interview. Consists of that. They have to pay for their certifications to get that before they're even hired on to become a lifeguard here at the park. And then they do a lot of training early morning. If you come through, some days you'll actually see the lifeguards out in the actual park doing training early in the morning. They'll have the baby that is dropped in them on random times that they'll have to jump in. We actually have 2 of our lifeguards here. I'm sorry, I don't know her name, but you know Tony. He actually started when my daughter, like I said, was a lifeguard here. He is actually, you tell us who you are because you do a lot of different things.
I'm an aquatic supervisor. I do my best to be the handyman over here. Just make sure the park's running smoothly as best as I can, best of my ability.
And this is your 4th year, right, Tony?
5th year.
5th year. And you are?
I'm Ashley.
As a lifeguard?
It's my first year as a lifeguard.
Alright, so welcome. So they are actually going to go ahead and ride this down. We're going to let them, if you guys want to come on this rail side, you'll be able to pick them up as they go through all the way through. Very hard to get that platinum rating. It's consistency.